Hello crafty friends, Kelly here from Paisano Design Stitches, and I thought I'd show you what I've been working on today. I got on my sewing machine and I got out this used piece of fabric that I usually kind of wipe my paintbrushes on. After I dip it in the water and kind of clean it off. This is actually one of the cleanest ones. But I saw it and I was like, oh, what if I cut out these leaves? So I cut out 2 leaves and I'm going to stitch them together. And I'm going to do it so you can see the stitches all along the outside. I don't want them to be hidden. I'm going to put this back on my regular straight stitch. Actually, before I do that, I think I'm going to go back to where I was, and these little veins, I'm going to stitch them and add stitching to them, but in gold. And I have the gold in my bobbin right now. So to see it on the outside, I'm just going to flip it and I'm going to sew this way so that when I flip it back over, the gold stitching, my bobbin stitching, will be on the top. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to turn on my light so I can see a little bit better here. This is going to be very kind of messy, not perfect, okay, because, I mean, if you know me, I'm not a perfectionist, and this is a leaf. All leaves are different and unique. And this fabric it's very thin and it doesn't have any batting or backing or anything to it. So so it's kind of like crinkling up when I sew it, but it's okay. Just gonna give it a little bit more texture. Alright, and then I back it up to kind of get back to where I was, and then I go forward again to the next vein. The next vein in the leaf. And then do a back stitch to close up our stitching. And we pull it out and we see what kind of mess we made. Alright, so I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I'll try and take a photo and post it, but the stitching is kind of in the veins. Alright, now we are going to stitch these together like this. We're going to put them both together. And then I have green as my regular thread. And I still have gold in my bobbin, and that's totally fine. That'll be the back side of it. And we are going to start in the center. Alright, and we're just going to slowly stitch this. And I'm just kind of turning it as we stitch. And if you need to help it along, just kind of stop sewing, lift your pedal up again, and then adjust your fabric, and then keep going. Alright, we're going to pivot a little bit more. Alright, I'm going to leave a little bit of an opening here. And so that's kind of what we look like now. And this is what the back looks like. And so now, and I've left all the threads on for now, until I decide what I'm going to do. And so now what we're going to do is we are going to take because I don't have anything else, I'm going to take this paper towel and I'm just going to tear it up into little pieces as, you know, kind of my stuffing. Alright, so now we're going to take our little leaf, what we're making here is a leaf pillow, and we're going to start stuffing it in here with our little tiny torn pieces. Because our hole isn't very big, we don't want too big of pieces. We're getting there.
You're not pretty enough.
Alright, we're kind of just moving that stuffing a little bit around like that. And what you could probably do is grab something like this is like just like a metal something, and then I don't even know what it's for, and I'm just kind of pushing it in. And feeding that in there like so. Again, we're feeding our little stuffing in there. that. All right, now that's probably good. Now we are going to fix it so it's back together again, and then we're going to stitch our little closure there. Stitch the little hole. All right, and there we have it. Now I'm going to cut off a few of these. And now we have a tiny little leaf pillow. I mean, how cute is that? Who knew you needed a leaf pillow? And then you can leave these on as little vines, or you could cut them off. It'd be a cute little addition to a journal. You could actually use these, the gold thread here, to tie it on to a journal to the side. Let's see if I have a journal. So here's one of my journals, so we could take it and just tie it on our binding fabric here. All right, just like that. And there you have it. How cute is that? All right, thanks guys.